that middle line that goes from in between his thumb and his index finger, and it goes right across his hand to that kind of that fat pad that's right below the little finger. That is the head and the spine line. The straighter across the hand that goes, the smarter you are. His goes right straight across, but then it dips down. It takes a real sharp curve down and goes into that little fat pad on the outside of the hand. When it goes into that little fat pad, that is the Luna area of the body. And I've seen that it's a depression marking is what it is. And it not only dips down, but it has a fork on it, which makes it even worse. So he's got a depression line, which is enhanced with the fork on the end of the depression line. When your spine is out of place, you've got two little nerves that come off of each side of each vertebrae, and those nerves, when they're lined up, if they get twisted out of place or damaged or something, they will cause all sorts of problems. And he's out of place in the very top part of his spine. It makes little islands on that line. And he's out of place right there in between his thumb and index finger. Going along, he's out of place under the middle finger, and he's way out of place in his lower back. But when you're twisted out of place at the top part of your spine, it not only causes depression, but it'll cause the lower spine to twist the opposite way than it's twisted at the top to compensate so you can stand up straight. So he's way out of place in the lower back. And that's when his line then drops and goes down into that Luna area. Especially ADD, ADHD kids, whatnot, that they get that depression line and it drops into that Luna area. And I can see why he battled depression, because that spine's so far out of place. He was probably just self-medicating all the time and trying to get it fixed. People with the depression, they get the islands right there in between the thumb and the index finger, like Robin has. And then that lower back, there's a big island right in the middle of his palm. And that's his lower back. And I know he had complained several times, said things about his lower back. That's what made him so darn hyperactive. The creative finger is what made him creative, and his scholarly finger made him smart. He was no dummy. That scholarly finger you see on doctors and lawyers, good doctors and lawyers. We certainly will all mourn the loss of Robin Williams.